So can you guess what tonight's topic is going to be? I would like to introduce three possibilities for the explanation to this fog blanketing areas of the United States and other places around the world. Blanketing so we cannot see the skies and the heavens above. 1. 2, maybe they're introducing some numbing agents to keep us weak, easily conditioned, easily controlled, or depopulation purposes. 3, atmospheric reactions to the incoming radiations from Herculebus, Planet X system. I tend to lean on number 3, or perhaps a combination of all three. So what's happening right now is defying all the weather norms, coincidentally at the same timing as the drone situation. What countries are being affected? Is it mostly just the Western countries? Those who would least be able to handle realizing the truth. Those who would faint from fear in anticipation of that which is going to fall upon the earth, as I have been talking about. Let's take into account the following. There has been a rise or a spike in magnetic field activity on our planet. Anomalies, disturbances in our protective electromagnetic field. Atmospheric changes. Our jet streams are becoming chaotic and very unpredictable, such as I have shown you on my globe, especially over the Americas, the opposite end of the planet, where the two magnetic poles are converging from northern Siberia and southern Atlantic, converging onto the Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal region. The opposite side of that convergence point is the side of the planet with the weakest magnetic fields, and coincidentally, the most weakest and chaotic of our jet streams. So fear and chaos is going to result. But if you stay grounded in Scripture and reality, if you're awake enough, and you can discern what is happening, you know what's going to be happening next. So these are the signs of something much broader. And I hope our minds can comprehend and handle. The very few of us. All these changes, they may be precursors to the approaching binary system. I'm going to reintroduce the Chilean scientist Carlos Ferrada, astronomer, who spent almost 59 years observing, calculating, studying, researching, in his language, the approach of Herculebus, Planet X. Some of the things he has outlined. The star is charged with cosmic energy, a rarefied radiation. Its electromagnetic connection with our planet will cause a great internal pressure, such as I described, within the outer core, coming up through those mantle plumes. The mantle plumes which are anchored to the outer core, to which our magnetic field is generated from, the hotter magmatic material comes up to the underside of the lithosphere, in which our crust sits upon. Pressure, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, fires. He said there will be atypical electromagnetic and radiation storms. I'm going to show you something. And our proton levels have been elevated for over a week now. I don't know of any solar events with our sun that would have increased this level. Further, as well, since November 26th, the SDO data services have been offline for alleged damages, which means there's been no imagery available from the satellite. So these are old, actually. Coincidence, maybe? Heck of a lot of coincidences happening, isn't there? So I'm going to stop for a minute and just show you something else. For long over a week now, northeast United States, there has been sulfur dioxide emissions. This was earlier today. They seem to originate in this area here. Guess what's been happening here? This is current time, so it's moved away. So sulfur dioxide can come from volcanoes as well as coal burning. You do have coal burning power plants in this region here, but I have never seen this much SO2 emissions from here. I made a submission, where are we? 2 years ago now this month, after I came up with the mantle plume theory for underneath Australia. I asked myself, where could be next? I started thinking about North America, Northeast Quadrant. Just a suggestion. Let's carry on. There's a heck of a lot happening on a daily basis. I can't keep up. So stay grounded in biblical preparations, because that's where all the clues are. That's where all the answers are. Foretellings. Remember, men's hearts will fail them for fear. Referring to the end times, when people will be afraid of these things that are coming upon the earth, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. People will faint from terror, apprehensiveness of what is coming. Book of Luke. People will be terrified at what they see coming upon the earth. Also remember Luke 21 verse 25, again, my favorite, you know that. There will be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars. And the earth dismay among the nations, nations plural, more than one, with anxiety and perplexity at the roaring and the tossing of the seas and the changing tides, for the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Oceans inundations, Peru, Chile, Ecuador, California, previous months, Brazil, Argentina, Black Sea, coast of British Columbia, and there's nothing in the Bible about CERN, HARP, DEW, or the rest of that nonsense. You need to take that to the wacko YouTubers. That's paint, okay? It's not cocaine, it's paint. I've been saying for over 2 years now, 2025 is the time. It is the year. It is not Agenda 2030. Agenda 2030 is a deception. We're not getting to Agenda 2030, or the elite will not get to Agenda 2030. It starts now. It starts tomorrow, 2025. The Deagle Report. The Deagle organization is a private think tank who reports to the United States government, intelligence agencies, and the Fortune 500. I don't think it's a prediction for substantial losses in population, mostly among the Western worlds, by 2025. I think it's a targeted hit list. Because they know about the incoming system. Herculebus, Sal, Planet X, and by what other name that you want to call it. And that's why all these things are happening now. In my opinion. Maybe that's why subconsciously he's been telling me for the past 7 years, going on to 8 years. You do what you got to do. I've been working really, really hard on my own solar systems for my house. Maybe he tells me what's coming. Maybe. Maybe we're going to be in for a lot of power failures coming up. I'm in southern British Columbia, Canada. And other things he tells me. See you in a new year.